Welcome to What the Group Chat Say with Vonnie, Kia, and Drea. So it sounds like we're going to put Kia on the hot
Like I'm finna
seat.
be-
Drea alluded to, someone that she's talking to right now, someone who's been waiting in the wings a long time.
a long time.
But that's going to skip all the way to the end. A long time. So,
Yo,
How long has it been?
all right.
Like 3 years?
4.
2 years?
Me
What?
and George
4?
counted. It's been 4. George has been waiting since
You've been
since
divorced.
my
You've
divorce.
been divorced that long already.
It's been
I
3
feel
and
like
a
it.
half years, 4
I
almost.
feel
Yeah,
like it was just yesterday.
it
I
do
feel
feel
like it
like
was
it was
just
just.
yesterday.
It does feel like it, but nah, it's been like 3 and a half. I think going on 4. Matter of fact, 4 this month. And I do
For
think
this month, I thought you said you had your 4-year
What is?
divorce anniversary.
Yeah, let's talk about divorce.
this.
Well, let's back up.
Wait, look.
Let's back up to who I call Voldemort.
Oh,
Let's talk about
Oh God! Now
wait, let me look at the group chat. Let me look at the group chat and see who that is. Though I'll know by the situation.
You know,
Because I looked at my women.
divorce number 1.
I know. But it threw me off because I haven't heard it verbally. You know what I'm saying? It's usually in a text. So it just kind of threw me off. It threw me off.
Voldemort, baby. What do we want to know about Voldemort?
So we talked about, you married young.
Yes,
I think young, right? I think
We
now that
did.
we're older, anything
girl, I got
under
married
30
at
is married young.
22 or 24. Yeah, that was young. Hell yeah.
Any of the-
I don't know. I know I had a kid already.
You're right. It's still young. So yeah, you married young. What wasn't working out as far as you knew, okay, I need a divorce?
So it was. I would have kept going and going with it until it started messing with my mental. Like he was just doing
Oh,
dumb shit. Like to fuck with me personally, just with everything that I had been through growing up. Like he would do shit to fuck with my traumas, And
I remember you saying that
right
years ago.
years ago,
Okay,
right?
before you decided, I
Yes.
remember that.
And so it was like, okay, what the hell? Like, grow up, stop doing this. So then from there, it went from, okay, you're not gonna stop. Then we both just started cheating. Like, it's like, okay, then fuck it. Like, cool.
So wait a minute, you cheated? Hold on, you cheated?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I think I do, but I think I probably didn't. I probably just kept. I used to go out all the time, so yeah, I'm minding my business.
So I've always wondered that, and now that I know someone who I don't feel is a bad person, what makes you be like, I'm okay to cross that line to cheat?
So what made it okay to cheat? And my then young ass mind was, well, he's doing it, so why not? Like he started cheating with women at his job. Now,
Two places, everybody. You do not creep at your job and where you live.
And where you
your
live.
job and where you live. Like we don't do that.
Like
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Listen, and he ain't care. So it was somebody at his job. Then it was he met somebody in New York or something like that. But like he met him online or some crazy shit, and they started like at the height of social media. Like this girl created a fake Facebook page and pretended like she was some dude like emailing me and all this like talk, like it was some crazy shit. And then like
Jesus.
yes, and like the dude aka the girl that he was fucking with, was acting like or asking like, send me pictures. This I'm not sending you no fucking pictures. The fuck. And
Right.
so then when it came out like it was this girl that he was talking to.
She was trying to get you to.
Yeah. So I guess to have some pictures be like, oh, look, your baby mama, your wife, whatever, hold this, that, and the third, is doing whatever. Because at this time, we were actually about to just separate into two separate homes. Yeah, we were about to separate, I think, when he met her. Then when he did meet, like when they started making plans to meet up, we were in two separate homes. But mind you, our two separate homes was right across the street, like right across the highway. And he made up no, we were in the same neighborhood. He made up some lie why he couldn't come get the kids. And y'all know me. Baby, listen, you can't come get our kids. Right. So I drove around to the house and his car was parked outside. Now that's unusual because you always park in the garage. So who the fuck is in the house? And you talking about you got this, you got that. I went to put my key in the door because I still had keys because we were only separated. And then the top latch was locked. Like, who is you playing with? And so I go to open the door and it's locked, but I can hear shuffling of feet. Oh, so now you think I'm stupid. So I told him I'm going to whoop you in that bitch ass. Know that. I get in this door. You and that bitch finna get. Listen, so yeah, I was about that life. Probably still am about that life. But
Chicago came
in
out.
our 20s, in our 20s, I feel in our 20s, I feel like the things that we've done, and I'm gonna just put out there that things
we'll
that
get to you.
No, but listen, I'm gonna say, but look, all I'm gonna say is thank goodness back then there was no fucking ring cameras. No fucking ring cameras. And you know what I'm saying? No fucking phones that videotape us and be like, look at this crazy shit right here.
Listen.
I just have to
he didn't
say
go
that.
on Facebook Live.
Right.
Right. Look at my neighbors, y'all. Look at my neighbors.
I'm so glad. So all that to say, it was not right to cheat. But in my mind, it was like, oh, okay, this is what we own. So I started cheating with someone that I knew before that y'all know.
So now we fast forward. So how is now dating post that? Because that just sounds like a very trauma-filled relationship, especially towards the end.
Girl.
And now you had young kids. So how are you navigating that? Because I'm sure just knowing you weren't like introducing them to every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
No. And that was the thing. That's why I didn't really date after that. Like I met some people. I had my little stint on POS. I met one motherfucker and left that shit alone. And then I met somebody out here in Santan. But again, like you said, my kids never seen them, never met them. And then I went back into the people I already knew. So I ended up just back with the person I was messing with. And that's how it was. Like I did it because I did have young kids and I could not introduce them to new people. Like it just wasn't in me. You know, our mama was like, you can't have all these men around your kids. So I didn't. I ended up with the person that I married for my second marriage.
And now, how long was that in between when you got divorced and then you met your former husband?
I knew my former husband the whole time. So yeah. But the time
now knew him in that way. Yeah, or you guys just kind of like ran around the same circles? Or
No, we didn't run around in the same circles at all. Like I met him at the club like a couple of weeks before I was supposed to marry Voldemort.
Okay.
And so yeah, that kicked off, and then we left each other alone for a long while because he got married. I was getting married, and then he got divorced. I was still married. So we still didn't really see each other, but then we started seeing each other at like the time me and Voldemort was So yeah, we started cheating. I will say I started cheating because he was divorced. I wasn't yet. So yeah.
Right. So then what made this one different, right? Because with your sensitivity about having men around your kids where you were like, okay, I see this as something different or special. Was it when you got into your new religion, or how did that kind of play in with you?
So getting into it didn't even have to do stepping into the word because I wasn't even in the word just yet. What made him different? Okay, so I all have long held that um the second husband was somebody I fell in love with at like first sight. I don't know how it happened. Maybe it was the fact that we were both from Chicago, that I don't know what it was, but I loved that man since like first meeting him, and it was crazy. So I've always said that he was my soulmate. And then it was I don't we hung out at Kiwanis. Like we had a part where we brought both our children to the park, and it was just kind of like, okay, let's see this. Like, and it just clicked. And so he was so amazing with the kids, and like so amazing. So it was like, okay, this was good. And how I made that jump to say that, okay, he can meet the kids. I don't even remember when. I think it was probably on one of these mini moons of like, okay, well, I'm doing this for real with you. Um, it's about time you meet the kids. I mean, of course, years have elapsed, but it jumped into, okay, we can meet each other's children. And we kind of went from there. His issues were always there, I would have to admit, but I ignored it because I loved him. And at this point, we had already gotten married, and the Bible says no divorce unless cheating. And I hadn't cheated, he hadn't cheated, so we had no choice but to work it out. Like, I'm gonna work it out. And yeah, we didn't work that shit out.
So what do you think now? I mean, there were two different reasons, kind of, I guess from his perspective, maybe the same reason,
Right,
right?
it's the
Why you
same
got
reason.
divorced, according to him. Although you were not unfaithful in your second marriage.
No.
Although, you're right. So what do you think ultimately you've learned about yourself? I mean, going through this twice and, dating, and because you said here the issues that he had that ultimately led to probably how he framed everything up and that led to this divorce were always there and you ignored them.
Yep.
So have you learned to not do that, or what is your maybe you
So,
won't, you know.
what I learned is see the red flag, leave that bitch on the field and walk away. That's what I've learned. A red flag is a red flag is a red flag, y'all. Don't think that you can change the red flag to green. It ain't gonna happen.
That's a bar. So really, the lesson wasn't really about either of your marriages, but more about self-reflection. That's really interesting. So now let's go ahead and pivot a little bit. What are you looking for? Like now, like what are you looking for? Like a good person? Are you looking to get married again?
So here's where I am. So to put a period in the second marriage.
Yeah.
I want y'all. I ain't gonna even hold y'all in suspense. No, I did not cheat. I did lie to the man. Yeah, but nah, I learned my lesson from the first one, so I did not cheat. And the marriage ended as a result of his actions about the lie that I told him. So anyway, do I want to get married again? Yes, absolutely. Why? Because y'all know the Bible says sex is for married people, and y'all know y'all girl been over here sex free for 4 years. So I do want to get married.
I feel though that you've always been like a
I
relationship
have
person
been.
though
Yep.
anyway. I feel like you like, yeah, you like being in a relationship, not anything ambiguous. Like
Yeah.
you usually aren't afraid of commitment or anything like
Nope.
that.
Not at all. So yeah.
I admire people like her who have gotten divorced, but yet still open to love and not closed off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I admire that. I admire anyone like that. I'm like that, just so people know, I'm like that low-key, hopeless romantic and cheer on all relationships, but I'm like good with what I'm doing right now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I definitely am a cheerleader
Well,
for it because I respect it.
yeah, no, I know a lot of divorced people who were like never again.
Yeah.
Right? There's like one and done or two and done. But he has always been like an optimistically, I want to be in a serious relationship type person to me.
Always.
Even when we were kids. You guys are funny. Yeah, so who knows? Maybe we'll talk about the single life or the married life or not even relationships at all.
Right.
We don't just talk about relationships.
We so
Talk
don't.
about all kinds of other stuff.
Got a lot of talking shit about work.
Oh
people.
man.
So stay tuned and see what the group chats say.
Man,
Next
come back, cause our group chat say a lot.